Hi, Dave here with another video for Hollybush Railway. I've been off on my travels again this week, up to Fife for the Glenrothes Model Railway Exhibition 2026. Hope you enjoy the video, and please do click the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more updates. Enjoy the show.
Dumbarton TMD, Luca Giaconelli, 00 gauge. Luca's Dumbarton Traction Maintenance Depot micro layout is a fictional depot location inspired by open day visits. The Dumbartonshire location was chosen as it's close to his home. It consists of a main shed where locomotive and wagon repairs take place, as well as a couple of sidings for loco and wagon storage. A civil engineering site is located at the front of the scene.
But there's a lot to discuss because I'm not getting invites to any other shows. So they said to look at, can you go for their shows anyway?
So they cancel when you've been invited. That's not very good, is it? You get a bad reputation.
And Helen no longer has a show, and I'm not interested in it.
Flying sports. Supposedly they're very neglected.
No, because when you go on the Jacobite train and you get off there, this is packed with people.
Well, the amount of people that had been up there, even just to see it, that the Jacobite not running, they all got off in the Glenfin by. They were trying to film it.
I've done that as well.
And it was hilarious, wasn't it? Not even a trip place.
They haven't even seen the news to start there. The place is dead without that train.
Graham Arnold Group. I'm afraid I don't have much information on this layout, as the show notes only provided a list of exhibitor names and I couldn't track down any details of this layout online. Built by the Graham Arnold Group, whilst I don't know the layout's name or gauge, it looks to be inspired by the narrow gauge railways of the North Wales slate mines.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of manual labour.
Good, thank you. You can come back anytime.
Kirkcaldy Miniature Engineering Society. A locomotive from the Beveridge Park Miniature Railway in Kirkcaldy. Trains have been running in the park every year since 1990, other than during COVID, and are running from March to October this year. Westbourne, Dave Watson, TT 120. This is the second time I've had the chance to catch Westbourne in person after it was at Model Rail Scotland last month. Dave is best known for his Dean Park 00 layout, but he's scaled down to TT 120 to make something more portable to take to exhibitions. Set in the Great Western region around the late 1980s, the layout features a busy main line passing a small service depot, operating classic BR traction, with Class 50s and HSTs providing the main locos. Eleanor Bridge, Falkirk Model Railway Club, 00 gauge. Another chance for me to catch Eleanor Bridge Wagon Repair Depot after it featured at last year's Falkirk exhibition. It's a fictional location depicting a wagon repair shed and diesel stabling point set around the late 1970s to early 1980s. Laurencekirk, Perth Model Railway Club, 00 gauge. Laurencekirk is a town in the old county of Kincardineshire, south of Aberdeen. The original station closed in 1967 as part of the Beeching Cuts, but was reopened in 2009 and is currently served by trains to and from Aberdeen. During the period modelled, The Strathmore line, which ran from Stanley Junction several miles north of Perth to Canaber Junction near Montrose, was still a vital part of the railway network. Laurencekirk is situated just north of Canaber Junction, where the east and west coast main lines met before reaching Aberdeen. The route saw many varied locomotives and trains, including the final swan song of Gresley's A4 Pacifics on the 3-hour Glasgow to Aberdeen Express.
beautiful. Most of the wagons are red.
I guess amount of wagons. Like, it's absolutely sending.
I was going to count now, but I lost track after about
4. It's too many. Oh my god. They're carrying very important cargo. Or the hobbies. You don't see that really.
They're going to have in the budget. Full whopper. Big one.
Cartmel, Dundee Model Railway Club, 00 gauge. A new layout from the Dundee MRC, Cartmel was built as a set-track challenge to show what can be achieved without the use of tricky hand-built fine-scale track work, or even having to custom-cut flex track. It's entirely built from sections of the kind of standard set-track pieces you might find in any standard starter train set.
So have you got the shed not insulated?
Some of it's insulated, I've got a insulation on the roof and that lot on there. But it's also nice and handy to have it inside the house. Where you can where you can in this winter.
Yeah, because it can get real. I can remember once or twice going in the Austin Traveller.
Yeah.
And with we went and
Morris Travel.
Morris Travel. And
My uncle had one of them. And unusually, it wasn't rotting.
No.
He got to the West Country with his holidays. He's going down the M6 and then the engine cut out. And it's just pulling the sides. About 15-20 minutes later, boys in blue, come on. This is
they're nice. Again, they just add that extra bit of detail. But it's the sort of research you do to try and pick.
It's also like on the
Yeah.
figures I've got from there. You know, I get them from Model U and I 3D print them.
Yeah.
So I print them myself. You can't buy them from me.
Yeah.
And they're really set up. They're it's like 60s quid.
Yeah.
He says it in stores.
Square box in the middle of it now.
That's 101. Yeah.
Power.
No,
No, just one, only one.
Yeah.
Just one of them.
In reality,
Well, 3 of them.
Woodside Central, Glenrothes Model Railway Club, 00 gauge. The story behind this shunting layout is that Woodside is a fictional seaside town, once very popular with city dwellers for summer holidays and the odd day at the seaside. In its heyday there were 2 stations here, but now only Central Station is still in use. passenger traffic is still operated with suburban steam locomotives and coaches, with the occasional diesel multiple unit. The old excursion platform is now closed, and a road has been built on the old track bed. The local oats factory is also still operating. Oats arrive by rail, and some of the finished product is also delivered out by rail. Thus there are loaded grain hoppers and empty vans inbound, and empty hoppers and loaded vans outbound.
Going back to zero and jumping on. Try just the buttons instead, and that is all right, right.
Ceddesfeld Wharf, Renfrewshire Model Railway Club, O gauge. Ceddesfeld is set in the late 1950s, somewhere on an ex-GWR branch line. The single platform station is kept busy as it's now the end of a cut-back branch line, although there is talk of reopening the line to the new housing estate in the next town. The dual-gauge transfer line for the factory beside the canal is accessed from a siding beside the coal yard. The factory's own narrow-gauge locomotives can be seen moving wagons to the canal dock or off into the factory. Tank wagons, box vans and coal wagons can all be seen getting shunted into the siding regularly. The canal boat berthed in the basin is also being loaded up, whilst the crew watch the wagons rolling past. Guardbridge and St Andrews, East Neuk Model Railway Club, Engage. St Andrews is a town in Fife on the east coast of Scotland. The ancient town was in decline, so to revive its fortunes a branch line railway was built and the town became a tourist resort. The original branch was built in 1852 and was taken from the East Coast Main Line to enter St Andrews from the west via the village of Guardbridge. This model is based on the final 10 years before the line to the south closed in 1965, followed by a total closure in 1969. During this period, the regular trains were also supplemented by various tourist specials and rail tours, resulting in a variety of passenger trains. Eastern Steel and Iron, Stirling and Clackmannanshire Model Railway Club, HO Gauge. This layout was designed to provide a condensed snapshot of the iron-making stages of a large integrated steel plant somewhere in the northeastern United States. It consists of a blast furnace and coking plant, along with power plant, coke loadout, ore grading and various other heavy industrial processes. The chosen time period is around the 1950s to 1960s when rail traffic dominated. If it was big and heavy, then it ran on rails. Coal is brought in from West Virginia and iron ore from Lake Superior. All the remaining traffic is internal, with diesel switchers moving coke, sintered ore, scrap, hot metal, slag, blast furnace dust, coal tar products and of course various engineering spares and supplies. The viewer is invited to imagine the remainder of this presentation, namely a heavy, overcast layer of industrial smog. Williamson River, Cupar Model Railway Club, HO Gauge. Williamson River represents the end of a freight spur somewhere in British Columbia, Canada. Timber is the main traffic, with trees chopped down, branches removed, logs floated down the river and collected from the water at the transfer point to be loaded onto freight cars and taken to the local sawmill. The Williamson River Trading Company has a large warehouse by the riverside for storage and distribution. The elevated line clinging to the hillside carries passenger services to and from the city, while freight trains are operated by Canadian National, Canadian Pacific and BC Rail. Williamson River is named in memory of the late Gregor Williamson, former chair of Cupar and District Model Railway Club.
sometimes you don't get the pins to drop and it can be a bit of a nightmare.
Yetzer Muckart, Edinburgh and Lothian's Model Railway Club, double O gauge. This model depicts a station on an ex-North British Railway branch line leading off the Devon Valley line that ran between Alloa and Kinross in Scotland. It is also a junction with a second branch and the exchange sidings of a private line serving an off-scene industrial site. The real Yetzer Muckart is a tiny Clickmannanshire village by the Ochil Hills. It was never rail connected, so the model is a fictional imagining of what a line here might have looked like.
No, it's all good. Just come down with your car. The AGM's probably not going to soon about the AGM, but it's going to be Tuesday. I seem to have taken over the job of doing making agendas for Alicia.
continually these things reminded of my boss after somebody wrecked a radar keyboard for about second or third. Sorry? Come to a clear understanding. That one is now off.
Duncansfield, 00 gauge. I don't have much information on this layout, as I understand it was a late addition to the show submitted by a younger modeller, whose name was not in the show notes. It's a 00 gauge micro layout depicting a busy modern diesel shed, with a small halt platform behind for local passenger services. Whilst it may be a small layout, it is packed with detail and cameo scenes.